Hello gang, hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to do a little bit of behind the scenes, little sneaky BTS. Thank you so much for being here. I wanted to start my how to do channel stuff with a filming setup, but I haven't filmed my filming setup. So we're starting with a swatching video. I've got my big square, it's a rectangle, of for my background, which I can wipe with acetone, and it doesn't do anything to it's acetone resistant, Joseph. So I'm just going to show you me doing all my swatching for the latest set, and I will post a swatching video after this so you can see what was made from what we're filming here. Ignore the triangle in the corner. I had my tablet where I was watching something, so I thought I'd better block it. So I'm going to get everything ready, get all my pops out, and I've put everything, all the bottles, in some sort of rainbow order. And I'm going to set my Dymo Letch tag to small, which is on anyway, and then we will go through and label them. So none of this I do on screen normally. I've shown you a couple of times, just because I find label making quite enjoyable. It's quite satisfying putting labels on things. I would be the person that put the label on the label maker that says label, a bit like Sheldon. He's a bit annoying at times, but there are lots of things. I've noticed lots of similarities. So I'm speeding up some bits because it takes longer than, it takes a while. So I'm typing out all my names. Just leave a couple of spaces in between each name and then keep typing. Don't do a bit, print that label, do another one, print that label, because you'll lose a lot of label tape. And then there'll just be a lot of peeling and cutting after. So I've got a whole video actually on this label maker if you're interested. Shall I put it in the description? I'll put it in the description for you. So I'm going to print all of that off and then snip, and then take my what's this called again, stalk scissors, those birds that bring the babies, which are really blunt. They only work at the tip. I need to get some more. And we're going to cut this to size because this is it's just a tiny bit too wide for the pops. So if you cut one side, you could leave it like that, but you wouldn't be able to put the writing center of the pop because it would still be a tiny bit hanging over on the other side. So we'll cut this all out, and I'm going to peel off the backing. I like to try and cut it all in one go, satisfying. And we're going to peel off the backing and stick it to something in shot. Normally I stick it on the side of my desk, but I try and keep it in shot here, and it gets me into some all sticking together bits, but we'll get through it. Everything's going to be okay. Are you all okay? I hope so. Thank you so much for those of you who joined me on the live the other day. I had a blast. I only planned for it to be about 20 minutes and it was 4 hours. But we had fun. I love talking to you. It was so fun. Right, so we're going to snip off each name and then put it nice and neatly on the pop. Do I zoom in? Oh, come on, woman. I think I might do. And I try and line it up with the center of the cuticle area of the pop. And if you put all of the... That's not straight, Joseph! Oh, no. If you put all of them so that the name either starts or ends, depending on which direction you want your name to go, then if you put them all at the tip end, the nail end of the pop, then they all line up neatly. If you do it so that you put it at the top of the pop, they all finish at different places because of the lengths of the names. So just for neatness sake, I do them all here like that to make sure you've got them all facing the same way. And that's that. So that's one thing prepared. And now I have to get these ready to show on camera. So just putting them all facing label out. The two greens would have been separated, so I put the two top coats the white ones at the end of each one. This is a really big collection from Madame Glam. There's like 14, or is it 12? Can't remember. So now we will prepare. We'll do our little hello filming. That's what I do. And then I go do, 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 do. And for some reason, this is just how I've started doing things. It's kind of stuck. So then I will get these ready to bring on camera. It was really difficult not to press pause where I would normally press pause. And then we'll make sure our background's clean. And then we're going to do a little swoosh with the hand. Are we happy with that one? No. Try again. Are we happy with that one? That will do. And then the same with the other one. Bring that one on screen. So there's going to be lots of cuts between this. Oh, I should have filmed editing it, shouldn't I? I'll do an editing video. So this is all for camera. And then we will open it up. When you do swatching videos, I've seen a few in the past, and people are like this far away the whole time when they're swatching. And I normally zoom in, and it kind of always bugged me. You know, I don't want to see your entire desk when you're painting that. I just really want to see the nail. So things like that, I think, make a difference in a video. So this is another one. Just bring it on screen. Don't like that. Try again. I quite like doing that little hand thing, but then when I edit, I'm like, that's a bit wanky. And show the bottles off. I think, oh, I'm sounding really monotone and boring, aren't I? I'm lying down in bed. I've just got my pajamas on. When I'm obviously promoting these products, I want to make sure that you see as much of them as possible. I want you to see the bottles as bottles. I want you to see the brush coming out of the bottle. Then I want you to see it swatched so you can get a really good idea before spending money. You know, you can spend less money as well if you use the link in the description and the code MISSJO30 at Madame Glam. And there's a bunch of other codes in there for other places as well. So now I'm going to open all the bottles. Forgot to open the other lot, but we'll do that in a minute. And get them ready, because when we do the showing you out the bottle, I want to try and keep my hand in the same place all the time. So I have everything ready. Oh, that one came without a thingy on top. So I took one off a top coat and just going to pop that in there. There we go. Nobody has to know. Forgot to open them. Annoying. So now they're all lined up. Push them out of shot. I've zoomed in now. Okay, well, oh, there we go. And then I'm going to show the name to the screen so I can put it on screen when I edit. And I'm going to position my hand somewhere comfortable, Madame Glam facing outwards, do 3 little side wiggles and then some ups and downs. Back in, pause for a sec, keep my hand where it is, get the next one, show the name, Madame Glam facing out, get it how I want it, and go. 3 little wiggles, some ups and downs. Then I want to change to flash, so I'll put the flash on. And then get this out again, and then make sure we got enough on there. A few little wiggles, up and down, and then in. And then I'll just carry on doing that for all of them. So getting them in the right position. My hand at the end of it really hurts, but my hands are buggered anyway, but it kind of just holding it in that position for quite a few minutes, just where my hands are, yeah. They're not poorly made. They've just been overused. They've been very overused, and now I'm paying for it. So this is, oh yeah, I realised I hadn't undone everything, so it wasn't ready, which is annoying because I do want to keep my hand in the same place, so have everything open ready. And when I do the showing in the bottles like this, when I put the lid back in the bottle, it will switch to the next bottle. Which you'll see. I'll post the swatching video after this one, so you can go straight and watch and see how this turned out. Oh, I'm very aware that I'm sounding very. I'm lying in a different position to normal. I shouldn't change things. Nobody likes change. I don't like change, apart from new colours. You know, changing the latest collection. That's fantastic. This collection, by the way, I'll go into it more in the actual video that comes from this video. but it's so good. It's really good. Okay, so the last one's done, then we'll take the hands away. Then we're going to get all our pops ready and we're going to line them up, checking that I've got each one in the right place. Just being organised, because with a lot of stuff out on your desk, it's easy to, well, I get a bit annoyed. Not annoyed, just a bit when my desk has got stuff all over the place. So making sure I'm lining things up, the right colour with the right pop. I mean, if you get it wrong, then just swap the labels over, but let's try and avoid that in the first place. Okay, now we're going to swatch, and I always try to keep the nail in the same place. I mean, I can crop and move around when editing, but it is always going to make it easier if things are in the same place, that you want to be in the same place in the final, edit. So we'll do our coats of that. I do try, I'll give it a little wiggle and then cure that, get the other one ready, make sure it's the right one. I do try, I've completely forgot to in filming these swatches. Oh, what's happened? Oh yeah, I need to get the magnet ready because this one's cat eye. Oh, you have to watch the swatches, a proper swatching video, because, ooh, yeah. I do try, like I say, I've forgotten this one, to do one straight stroke down and then one on either side like this, in case I want to make a short for Instagram or shorts or reels or whatever it is. I'm so down with the lingo. Because it looks better to be able to do like one stroke than one either side. But then once you've done that, before you cure it, you end up, faffing around and neatening it again, but you just kind of want to make it look nice for camera. And then before curing it, I'm going to go back in with the magnet and just zhuzh it by moving it around a lot more. But you don't need to see this in the swatching. People are going to play with the magnets however they like. But just to show the magneticizing, the bringing out of the zhuzh, and then go, yep, that's going off camera to cure, but before doing that, actually giving it a bit more zhuzh and playing around with it a bit more. Oh, look at these. Look at that freaking glow, though. So that bit there, off camera. The first zhuzh on camera. The finessing of the zhuzh off camera. So we're going to whiz through these. I'm not going to whiz through all of them. I'm going to do these now, privately, by myself. I won't put you through it. And now, off camera, I will do all the second coats. But for the cat eyes, I will film the zhuzhing of the second coat, just because it's really satisfying to watch. So I'll zoom back in again, and then won't show you this bit, but I'll show you this bit. There we go. And I'm just speeding that up. So I'm going to do that for all the cat eyes. The video that comes from this video, so the actual swatching video, is not as... It's the same as my other swatching videos. There's a bit of difference because I was zoomed out some of the time. So I wasn't at the right angle. I don't know if you'll notice. You might do. Depends if you've seen all my videos or not. If you know my style. My filming style, which is basic, cheap, using a phone, free editing software. That's my style. Nice and simple. So I'm going to put the lids back on everything, put them in their things, just keep them out because I'll want to use them in a video soon, so I won't put them all away just yet. And then we're going to put them on a pop. Not on a pop, on a... Oh no, we're going to top them. Don't forget to top them. We're going to put them on a ring and then endeavour to fan out. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 14. Try and fan out 14 evenly spaced and everything. I don't know if this video is of any interest to someone, but sometimes, I mean, I love behind the scenes. I could watch a 3-hour behind the scenes of an hour-long film. It's probably a lot more exciting than this behind the scenes. But I like that kind of thing. I just wanted you to see, this is what's going on. So now we're going to line them up, trying to decide whether I wanted creme, Cat Eye or Cat Eye Creme, because they've all got little matching partners, which I love in a set, in a, what's the word? Collection. I love that. So we'll put them on a little ring now and then do the little fan thing. I'm a fan of you. I am though. I was thinking about you all the other night after the live, and it was just so nice because some of you were chatting to each other in the comments. You all held on while I went for a wee. Had to go and use the loo, and it just felt nice. It was just like hanging out with friends. It was really nice. I mean, you can tell I enjoyed it because it was 4 hours. We accomplished nothing, but we hung out, so that's an accomplishment. We really didn't achieve anything, did we? So I'm going to fan these out, make sure that they're not overlapping each other, but not big gaps between them either. It's easier with a smaller collection. And then I've got to try and move my fingies out the way. Oh my goodness, wait till the very end of this video. You see something happens to my hand. It's hilarious. And then we're going to bring them forward like this. Give them a wiggle. So we'll do one without the flash on, and then we will bring them back up and then put the flash on and get ready to bring them down. Sometimes I have to do a few if I'm in the wrong place. There we go. Oh, yeah, no, see, move that, make sure everything's neat, try again, and fan. Oh, that's like my favorite, one of my favorite things to do, just especially when they're all sparkly. We're going to discuss the sparkles in the next video. You know I won't be able to keep quiet about it. And then we'll show them close up to the camera, the flash. Because I film with a phone, it's obviously at one end, it's not in the center, the cameras and the flash. So I kind of put everything to the left so it gets a little close up, Mr. DeMille. And give them a wiggle. Again, I just want you to make sure that, you get a really good look at everything before you purchase, because it's difficult to buy things online, colours of anything, not necessarily just nail stuff, and wondering what it's going to be like when it's actually here. So I like to make sure you've had a thorough vetting of everything, and then maybe do it on my hand with my scars, just because sometimes it looks different on a hand, you know, sometimes hand. And then I will normally go like this, wiggle off screen, because then we'll carry on with the design. But as we're ending the video, the next video will just be a swatch video, but then we'll do something with them at some point. And then I fan them out like this, and then I just kind of tap my hands around and do some little wiggly movements and fiddle with things, because I know I'm going to be wanting to say, use this discount code, do this, do that, thanks for watching, and all that. So I need to create some time, and then I'll put my hand up to the screen like that, and it will be over. So all that's left to say is that I hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes. Head over back to my channel now to see the actual swatching video we made here. Don't forget to check out the links and the discount codes in the description. Like, comment and subscribe. I appreciate you being here so much. Look at what the funny angle of the camera does to my palm. You do not want to get slapped by this palm. Look at the size of it. Bye bye.